Hi there, this is Joanne Fernandez. Well, I'm going to show you what we do at a regular day at Sula, and quite frankly it's never a normal day at Sula because we mix work with pleasure. And I'm going to show you how we're going to use this late harvest Chenin Blanc to make Easter eggs today. Okay. Let's start with the ingredients for today. Some white chocolate, that's sweet white chocolate, dark chocolate, unsweetened. We get a beautiful, gorgeous mix of these two. I'm going to try some of this as well. Divine. Second round of ingredients. Chopped up almonds, because some people don't like whole almonds. Whole almonds for those who like whole almonds. And of course, raisins. And the third ingredient for today, well, of course, Sula, late harvest Chenin Blanc. Now we're going to get the fruit and nuts soaked into some wine. So what you do is empty your fruit and nut into these little glasses. Step 2, you pour your wine. You want to let the wine cover all the fruit so it can soak it in. And do the same for the nuts. And you need to leave them in there for a good couple of hours. If you leave it in overnight, it works like a charm. So, step 3, what you need to do is take this gorgeous white chocolate and melt it in a microwave. Now, how you use melted chocolate in a microwave is you actually get your settings onto defrost. That would be a medium-low if you're using a machine like this. Oh, there's 3-year warranty. We can use this one for 3 years to make Easter eggs. You get your chocolate in, and for that much chocolate, you would ideally need about 2 minutes. So let's put our settings on 2 minutes and just wait. Tick, 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 tick. Now what you need to do next is lay out your little Easter egg trays. You get this in regular chocolate stores. It's available quite freely in the market these days actually. And the more you have, the easier it is to do your job because you kill many birds at once. Actually, you just hatch many birds at once. Hatch many eggs. Okay, that's the bell, and that means our chocolate is ready. So what you need to do is actually check if your chocolate is ready. Mostly it'll look the same as when it was when it got in. But if you go down, you'll see the molten layer just below that. So that's exactly what you need to do. Just check where exactly the chocolate is melted. And keep it within that space. Okay. Everything does not have to be melted. So what we're going to do is ideally create the outer layer of the eggs now. You take a long spoon, fill it into your little tray, and spread it all over the sides. Just ensure that you cover every bit of the mold. Ensure that you cover every bit of the mold because you don't want your egg to have a little mold. You fill in and cover everything. This is what the outer cover should look like. Alright, so there we're going to fill our last egg in, and this is what your filled up trays should look like, okay? It's a little messy, but then again, let me tell you, good chefs always make a mess. What we're going to do is we're going to put the filled trays directly into the freezer, and we're probably going to leave them in there for exactly 10 minutes. Now make sure you don't stack your trays over trays because that's going to be a bit of a problem for you. The chocolate is still a little wet, if you can see. Okay, so round 2, gorgeous dark chocolate now. What we need to do is melt this. Follow the same process. Make sure your microwave is on defrost. Put it in for 3 minutes. The raisins have been soaking for a couple of hours now, so we need to squeeze all of this wine off it, because if you have too much liquid, your chocolate won't hold it in. So we need to squeeze all of this out. I'm just going to check how much of Sula's late harvest Chenin Blanc is soaked into these raisins. Quite a lot of it. Okay. Wow. Seems like our dark chocolate is melted. That's how lovely it looks. Okay. So this is basically for our inner layer. What we're going to do is mix the chocolate and the nuts for the inside filling. You want to get all those nuts soiled. And I don't mean it in a bad way. If you feel like the fruit and nut does not have enough of alcohol content or enough of late harvest Chenin Blanc, what you need to do is add a little more wine to your chocolate and nut. Okay. But if you add alcohol, it's not going to hold inside the eggs. So what you need to do is get the sugar levels high and let the plot thicken. Okay, so what this is just basic icing sugar. What you need to do is, you can see it's now very liquidy. What you need to do is add about a spoon of sugar. The sugar will absorb the late harvest Chenin Blanc. 2 spoons of sugar should be fine. Make sure all the sugar is well beaten into your mixture. You sense that your chocolate is getting thicker. Like this. That's what you need. You need it to be thick. What we're going to do now is make the inner filling. So what you want to do is get a really tiny layer of this filling. This is the whole almond filling. Put it into the center. And you don't want to put too much of it, because if you realize these eggs are not really that hollow. So you can get about 2 almonds in it, or maybe just an almond in it. But make sure whatever you do, it doesn't come above that egg line. So it has to all fit within the mold. And we're going to seal this with dark chocolate. This is what you want to completely fill up. Ensure that it's completely filled. What we're going to do is put this back into the freezer for 10 minutes. Just going to get all these trays filled in and put this back into the freezer for 10 minutes. And while our eggs are busy getting frozen or hatched inside, what we're going to do is get set with our wrapping paper. This wrapping paper is also available at any local store. We got cute little sun logos for our wrapping. Oh, so sweet. Now what we need to do is, our eggs are really tiny, so we don't want to waste too much wrapping paper. So just half this. It's very easy, it's simple foil. Not hard to handle at all. Just make sure they're halves. And neatly tear it out. So we get about 1 paper to wrap 2 eggs. If you have too many people to give eggs to, a smart thing is to give half eggs instead of a whole. But if you want to give a whole Easter egg, which is generally done, what you need to do is join 2 halves to get a whole. Now you don't want to leave it into 2 broken halves. So what we're going to do is grab some white chocolate, which we've melted by the same process as the first one. Put a thin layer, very thin layer. You don't want to put too much of white chocolate onto it this way, so that you cover the whole thing. Keep it down onto the side. Put a thin layer of white chocolate on your other half as well. Get it wrapped all around. And then what you need to do is, before this hardens, you need to join the two together, secure them and seal them tightly. Now, a lot of this white stuff will come out from the middle. Just gently rub it across the egg. Gently rub it. If you feel there's a little bit of an opening like this, you can fill in some more into the center. But make sure it gently conceals your egg. And then what you need to do is leave it to dry. You want to ensure that your narrow ups meet the narrow downs. Just ensure the shape is intact. Wipe off the extra or put it in. And you got your mix there. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave these as halves. Your halves can go in directly into wrapping. So just take your wrapper, place it on the other side. Put your egg in. Your egg has to go bottom down. Once you do that, pick the wrapper. Just it's basic, simple, normal gift wrapping. Double it up over and push it at the back. Make sure all your wrapping folds go at the back so your egg looks really neat in the front. There. Lovely. This is a half Easter egg. We're going to pack our full one soon. Seems like our whole eggs have dried up now. We're going to wrap them up. So we begin by, you may want to put your whole eggs diagonally because that's the way they wrap up better. Put diagonally in. Wrap it completely. Crumble the paper. And you want to maintain its round shape. Okay, boys and girls, we're back in action. We finished. That's a clear wrap up. We have our lovely Easter eggs, which you're going to open on Easter Sunday and enjoy with Sula's late harvest Chenin Blanc. Happy Easter, everyone. Have a great time. Bye.